When you start down, you can even see before we ever start down how this club is obviously way too laid off. Well, the shaft plane is going to start to steepen on you. It's going to go essentially from a position that is more shallow at the top of the backswing to one that will likely start to get steeper and steeper as we come down into the ball. Now you're going to tell me, well, how do I draw the ball doing that? And how do I swing from the inside if theoretically the shaft is steepening from here? And really, the way in which you have started to draw the ball from the shaft angle actually getting steeper and steeper right until about this point is your body is now compensating for the poor club movement. So you have a shaft that gets out of position at the top. You have a shaft that steepens in transition. By all accounts here, if you were to simply just try to rotate and be aggressive through the ball with your body, you would swing very outside in because of the nature of how the club moves, right? You would actually hit down on the ball more, but your path would get too far left. Now, number one, you'll never commit to that because you want to draw the ball as a non-negotiable. So even if you tried to commit to that, you would see a ball flight that you don't like anyways, and that wouldn't work. But also, you would likely hit a lot of pulls and pull draws because of how strong the club face is, combined with how the shaft steepens at the start of your downswing. And so the way in which you have learned to develop a draw and compensate for the club movement, your chest starts to stay closed off and tilt back a lot. Now, the more we tilt back in order to play the draw, but also in order to shallow the club and prevent it from continuing to steepen, what does that compensation from the body do to the attack angle? It moves it further back. So while you do get the path to the right, your attack angle gets compromised in the process, and because your body is stalling out to compensate for the poor club movement, you cannot keep rotating your body. The hands now flip down the target line, and the exit pattern gets very upright and very vertical. It's obviously not that you want to be doing these things, but that your body is reacting to the poor club movement because of where the shaft was aligned at the top of the backswing, and the chain reaction of events led you here, and that's why you're not only inconsistent, but why you tend to get too shallow into the golf ball. The chain reaction of events that takes place where your body compensates for it, right, is where you're going to start to tilt back with the chest and create a lot of separation from your upper and lower bodies. And unfortunately, because you want to draw the ball, but also because you want to keep the path somewhat in check, the way in which you have developed that pattern, right, is by sliding and separating. So by the time we come down into this golf ball and we are at shaft parallel coming down, the center of your pelvis gets way out here and the center of your chest gets way back there. And so you are creating way too much separation and your upper body is starting to tilt back. You typically will see a big discrepancy in the shoulder tilt where the lead side gets too high. All of these things are happening because your body is trying to compensate for a poor club movement. So if we want to fix the pattern, the starting point of fixing the pattern really is where the shaft gets aligned at the top of the backswing. Now, obviously, it's not as simple as just cleaning that up, because if we do fix the shaft alignment at the top and your body still does these things, you're going to swing even further from inside and be even shallower into the ball. So every change is going to need a secondary adjustment. So as we get the club alignment better, the club will start to get shallow more organically. It's going to reroute onto a better plane. We won't need to create as much slide and separation, and so we'll be able to attack the pivot at the same time.